Sanskrit is a language of ancient India, but that doesn't mean it is something to do with religion. It is purely your mind, your body, your soul, your energy, your breath, your life,
Right.
all about good health. Now, when you're young and fit, it is called yoga.
Right.
Later, when you're old, somebody else does it for you. It is called physiotherapy. You got to first start with yourself. Do we forgive ourselves? We are so critical about ourselves.
Very
Look
difficult.
at the mirror. Look at all the filters we use in the pictures. It's when you're not happy with yourself.
Right.
How many people actually look into the mirror, straight into the eyes and say, oh, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
दिल से कौन बोलता है? Right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow you're going to die.
Yeah.
Khalas. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock in the evening, heart cardiac arrest, dump, Tasleem is gone. Now, you tell me, how will you react?
I'll just try to do things that I want to do.
So जिंदा वक्त वही करना है ना, तो फिर मरने के बारे में क्यों? Why do you want to think about that? If this is what you want to do.
Hi everyone, my name is Tasleem and today I'm with Miss Priya, who is the founder of Inner Light Yoga, and she has been teaching yoga for more than 20 years. And today we'll have an insightful discussion about yoga, meditation, and how to heal your body and mind. Hope this adds some value into your life. Thank you for coming, Priya.
Thank you, Tasleem. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling me, having me here.
Yeah,
Looking forward.
yeah, welcome. So the first thing that I wanted to know, like how you got into yoga, like what inspired you to become a yoga instructor?
Well, it all began way back in the 90s
Okay.
when I had finished my college and I wanted to know what yoga is. Sudden
Uh-huh.
curiosity, sudden inquisitiveness. And I went to a place, learned some yoga asanas, and I found it interesting.
Okay.
Then I forgot about it. Later, I met a very good friend, and I told him, I asked him, in fact, what is meditation? What is all this?
Oh.
And he said that I'll show you the door.
Mm-hmm.
If it knocks, you knock. If it opens, it's yours.
Right.
And it remained with me. And I knocked, and it opened, and then I felt blessed. And then since then, I have been learning. Later in years, I met a very great master, my Guruji, who taught me yoga, who taught me Kriya, he introduced me into Reiki and many more things. And that changed my life.
Oh, interesting.
Slowly, steadily, I fell in love with it. And today I am
You're happy that you're doing
completely.
it. Yeah. So I want to know, like, what is the ultimate goal of yoga? Like, what would be the achievement of doing it for years and years?
Well, it is said that when you do yoga, you achieve enlightenment. It's one of the paths.
Right.
Forget about all that. In today's life, don't look what I'm going to get at the end of it. What you need is today. What do you get from today?
Right.
If your today is good, then your tomorrow is good. If your tomorrow is good, then your life is good, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So yoga has its beauty. It's very divine. It's very subtle. It doesn't come like a hammer on your face. It's beautiful. You do it. You fall in love with yourself, your body, your mind, your soul, your breath, your energy, everything in unison, and your day is beautiful. One day is beautiful, then the next day is beautiful, and then your life is beautiful.
Right.
So what has to happen will happen. If it is destined that you get moksha, you will. If it is not, it's carried forward. Let's not go into the religious part of it.
Right, right.
But what does it do? It helps you in every possible manner. Mental, physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual.
Right. So yoga can also teach you to live in the present also.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. So in my classes, in my sessions when I teach yoga, I will never dare to tell them that, meditate all the time, remember what you do, being in the Zen. That's not my work.
Ah.
I am going to teach you yoga. So you spend 40 minutes, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 1.5 hour, and I guarantee, thank you, Saba. I guarantee that during yoga, you are not thinking anything. You're with your body. I make sure that I train my students in such a way that you're doing asanas. You're not thinking about my wife, my husband, my work, my job, my, financial tensions, my EMIs, my bills, nothing.
Right.
When you're doing yoga, you're with your body, you're with your breath, you're with your heart.
Right.
Mindfulness, 1 hour mindfulness, so slowly it will turn to 2 hours, slowly 3 hours.
Right.
If you're destined, 24
Keeps
hours.
increasing. Right. Interesting. I mean, you can achieve stillness in your life through meditation, right? And so, is there any other aspect that also we can do to achieve stillness in life apart from meditation and yoga?
Uh, it is not stillness that you receive only through meditation. It is many things. It's
Okay.
the asanas. Let me explain to you. The whole of the yoga is divided into three portions.
Okay.
Asanas, where physically you involve. Then breathing exercises, which are pranayama, which you regulate certain breathing while you're doing asanas. And third is detaching yourself completely and going into the zone of zero thoughts. Is zero thoughts possible? Yes, it is possible. Is it easy? Oh, no, it is not. But through continuous practice, you can achieve that easily. If you're doing your asanas and your pranayams very well and nice, and the way it is to be done, then going into that zero-ness or the shunyaka is easy. I am not saying that when you do these things, you go into zero and then there you are levitating. No, no,
Right.
no. You go into the zero zone for few seconds in the beginning, then maybe a little more seconds, then maybe a minute. What is zero-ness? You're active,
Right.
you are alive, you're breathing, all your five senses are active, and yet you have zero thoughts.
Is
That's,
it possible?
oh yes. Oh yes. What do you think? Yoga bought me over completely because I am not a kind of person who will say something and I'll listen and I'll agree.
Right.
I'm one person who I question a lot.
How long does it take?
Depends on you.
Uh,
It's like cycling. How long does it take for you to cycle? Some people learn like this.
right.
Some takes time. Some, no matter what you do, they can't.
Right.
So it's up to you.
Right. S- Okay. I want to know, yoga was there like for hundreds of years before, right? And but we started talking about it recently,
Yeah.
and it really expanded over time, and started happening when Western people talking about it,
Strange, isn't it?
right? So
Very strange.
so like now we are saying that it's originated from India, and we started appreciating more. So what was the reason behind why we were not aware about this
No,
before?
it is not that we were not aware of it.
Uh-huh.
Collectively, we were not.
Okay.
Some people were. I learnt about my yoga was in the 90s. There was no Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or many more social media, there wasn't. So it was you, how much you read. When you read, or your family, they're doing yoga, and Doordarshan used to have
Right.
yoga programs. If you look at it, you get inspired. It is from internally you feel that, yes, I want to learn this.
Right.
You see? But right now it is not so. You go into Insta, you have so much of good exposure. Let me tell you, uh, yoga was always there. It's
Yeah.
thousands of year
Yeah.
old, and suddenly in 2016, after the International Yoga Day, yoga is a fad. It's
Yeah.
like a style now.
Style.
Everybody wants to do yoga. Everyone is doing yoga.
Yeah.
Basically, there are only 84 asanas. Okay, Rishi Patanjali brought only 84 asanas. So since then, till now, nobody is capable enough to add one single asana to it. So 84 asana he has.
अभी तक वही है.
Now what you do is you make permutation combination and you teach people.
Right.
Okay, so yoga is something it's always been there. Now, how people know more about it is through media. And then the Westerners were also earlier also was into yoga. You
Right.
see, we have so many uh, branches of yoga everywhere in the
Right.
world.
Right.
But now what is happening is, the way I put it, there are two kinds of people. Okay,
Okay.
two kinds of people. So I was both. So let me say it as my example.
Okay.
There is this me who wants to know about yoga. Okay, or yoga. Say let's say a cuisine, something to make. So I need some vegetables. So I go out, buy a land,
Right.
check the soil. I do the soil study, then plow it, sow the seeds, check how much water,
Yeah. Yeah.
how much fertilizer or
You
whatever
need to take care all of
it
this.
grows. Then I plug the vegetables and couple of other vegetables in the same manner.
Right.
Then cut it. What is the strength of the knife? How much should I cut? What is the size? And then how do I cook? And blah and blah. And finally the dish is ready. I eat it and then I say, oh, Atma Shanti,
Right.
such a bliss.
Right.
This is one sector of people who, the way they look at yoga,
Yeah.
very holistic, wholesome. Cut to the other side.
The other side.
Person sitting on the table, one plate of that cuisine, please.
Right.
So, there, what I mean to say is, not everybody wants to know the whole of yoga.
Yeah.
Some people just want to do yoga.
Right. They
So,
don't want to go through this lengthy process.
yes.
It's a
And
lot.
today's media helps them. You check, oh, I have a neck pain.
Right.
You have 200 videos on
Yeah,
that.
just go to YouTube and search. Yeah.
So today it is famous. Earlier, person wouldn't reach that neck pain zone. They are already into yoga. So I would say everybody does yoga. When you do it on your own now, when you're young and fit, it is called yoga.
Right.
Later, when you're old, somebody else does it for you. It is called physiotherapy. I'm kidding. I'm
Exactly.
kidding. So
Okay.
basically, हाथ पैर हिलाना जरूरी है.
हाँ वो तो
If you don't do it now,
you have to move your body.
tomorrow somebody else will do it for you.
आपकी बॉडी ऐसी है, आपको मूव करना पड़ेगी, otherwise you lose it.
Absolutely.
Right.
My
Okay.
Guruji says, you see,
Uh-huh.
take care of your body. If you don't take care of your body, somebody else will.
What does that mean? Somebody else will,
अपना शरीर आप देख लो वरना कोई और देख लेगा. डॉक्टर्स, नर्व्स,
exactly.
आईसीयू यूनिट, वेंटिलेटर्स, दवाइयाँ, पता नहीं क्या क्या.
And it's very important. Like if you want to take care of your mind, also first you have to take care of your body. Then it goes on,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Okay. If somebody wants to do yoga, like what are the basic steps of for the beginner, which they can do without any proper guidance? Although guidance is very important when you're trying to start yoga. But if it's like you don't want guidance from someone, how can you start like from the basics?
See, that's a very weird question.
Uh-huh.
Does a child say, I don't want a teacher to teach me, but I'll learn ABCD on my own?
No.
There are mediums today. You check your YouTube and Google,
Right.
and you will have people teaching you. All that is good.
Mm-hmm.
There are few simple, basic things that you can do it on your own. But still, I would insist that initially have a good teacher with you
That's
who
very
will
important.
help you understand your body. It is not just moving your hands and leg. Yoga is not about moving your hands and leg. A lot of people think it is either moving or just sitting like that.
Yoga is done.
Either of it, no.
It's not that.
There are other things also, the way you're supposed to, how much should you bend, how far can you push yourself,
How you breathe.
are you doing it right,
Right.
and your breath,
That's-
what are you
that's-
supposed to think, where should your focus be. वरना आईने में देखे तो कोई भी हाथ पैर हिला सकता है. You look at the mirror and keep moving your hands and legs. Doesn't work. So my suggestion is always have a good teacher who knows your strength, who knows your weakness, who know how to push you, how far to push you,
Right.
and then take you to that zone that in one simple exercise you feel so connected with your body.
So you won't advise someone to just read on internet and some steps and then start doing it. It's
You
not that.
have the entire Yoga Sutra. What Rishi Patanjali had written, all those sutras, all the 196 shlokas, all of them available in the internet.
Right.
The whole of Bhagavad Gita is on the internet. But still you need someone to guide you.
Of course, you need a teacher. I believe like yoga is not a religious practice, but still there are so many people believe that it's affiliated with religion. And I was wondering if you can just share your thoughts. Like if somebody wants to do yoga, and they just build that mindset. They're not gonna harm their beliefs. They can do it at the same time.
Actually, it's my own personal experience also. Long back when I was teaching, and I had somebody, a lady, come in from a different religion. God bless her. And the moment we started, I have a certain way of starting my class.
Okay.
I let people settle down, understand their breath, disconnect, dissociate, actually bring them together into the center of the being. And then start by saying Om,
Okay. Right.
chant, no, not
Chanting.
chanting, saying the Om 3-4 times for clearing your energy. And she got offended. She said, this is religion and I will not do it. I respect that.
Yeah.
Then I actually sat her down. I said, you don't want to do it? No problem, don't do it. But don't step out of this room without knowing what it is. Understand, then decide what is right, what is wrong.
Right.
Don't walk out of the door ignorant. Let
Yeah.
me
Don't be
enlighten you a
ignorant.
little.
Exactly.
And I explained to her how yoga works and how it is not connected to any religion. Is the body connected to any religion? No.
Yeah.
No. So how is anything that you do with the body for your good health be connected to the religion? Would a person who is, for example, in a not a very good healthy state, is really sick and need to go to the hospital and the doctor is going to operate, and will you have the guts to ask the doctor,
No way.
is it against my religion?
Yeah.
Is it against my belief?
We just want to save your life.
Exactly. So again, this is not that extreme,
Extreme level, but
yeah,
still, you should know that like what's
nothing
the
to do
meaning
with
of it.
religion.
Yeah.
But the whole scriptures was written in ancient language,
Yeah.
Sanskrit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sanskrit is a language of ancient India, but that doesn't mean it is something to do with religion. It is purely your mind, your body, your soul, your energy, your breath, your life,
Right.
all about good health. So I don't think it is. No, it's not.
Interesting.
Even for the Om thing that people ask, I have my explanation today. All my students, I have, except for Sikh. I don't have a Sikh student.
Ah, okay.
I have every other religion.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them, the way they sat down and the way they say Om, and the way, there are 42 varieties in combination in saying Om also. So we specifically follow one particular so that the mind becomes a
Yeah.
little more focused. So all of them do such beautifully, and the ma is so long. That shows how strong their lungs have become.
Right.
Initially started with a small Om, and now it's a pretty long Om. So
So
I'm
you,
very proud of my students. They're doing very well.
so you teach people from different various religion, and they're okay with that. Like
Yeah,
they have no problem.
religion, nationalities, various nationalities, various religion.
Right. Interesting. I want to know like how someone can heal their traumas if they had bad experience in life and those experience keeps coming back and harming their present. So do you think like meditation and Reiki can help them if they do some certain practices in life?
Yes,
They
it
can.
will help them,
Yeah.
definitely. You need to start somewhere, right?
Right.
Now, if you have a deep rooted trauma, do you expect to pop in one pill and the trauma to go?
No.
You have to work on it.
Yeah. You want permanent something. Yeah.
You
No.
need a solution.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need a solution and you need a permanent
Permanent
solution.
solution. Not the temporary one.
Yeah. So yoga helps you bring yourself together. It makes you stronger. If I pull a little further, beyond the asanas, and when you do your asanas well and you're regulating your breath properly and you're meditating, even that 1 hour, aren't you peaceful? By the way, when you do yoga, the brain releases a chemical. It's
Right.
called the GABA chemical.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
GABA.
I read about it.
Yeah, the GABA chemical, what does it do? It makes you happy.
Right.
So, what is this chemical? This is that chemical which is less on for people who have anxiety disorder, trauma, and all those syndrome. They have this gamma is less. GABA
Right.
is less.
Right.
When you do yoga, this
It keeps increasing.
rises. So, when this rises,
You become
the
happy.
stress goes down.
Right.
But if you say only by doing yoga will you be completely healing your trauma, no, Baba. You have to go deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah. Understand the root.
Yes, go to the root.
Yeah.
And there's so many things you have to
Yeah.
forgive, you have to understand, you have to acknowledge, you have to accept, you have to so many things.
So many things.
The Reiki helps a lot there because we work on energies in Reiki. It's all about chakras, it's all about energy, it's all about protecting your aura, it's all about keeping positivity all around, keeping diseases away, keeping yourself healthy.
How does Reiki work? Like, I'm like
Very
very new to this term.
curious.
Yeah.
Okay. Reiki is a Japanese method of healing ourselves.
Right.
All of us, all humans, all living beings are capable of healing themselves. Um, what do we do is we all have energies, right?
Right.
So we pull the energy, connect to the source, the universal source,
Right.
and we heal ourselves. So the chakras are aligned in such a way that we accept that energy, and then we start healing us, healing our dear ones, healing the close ones, healing people who are far away. It's everything to do with energy. It's a very beautiful form. First, you heal yourself. Basically, you got to fill your cup first, right?
Right, right.
You will not overflow unless you fill your cup.
Right.
So first is you heal yourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
'Cause
it's also physical, mental,
mentally,
emotional.
then only you can, heal other people or make other people happy
If you're
if
happy.
you are happy.
My funda
Because
is very clear in
yeah,
life. What you give is what you get.
right,
What can you give?
right. Whatever you have,
What
right
you
now,
have.
right.
So if you have
If you have,
bitterness and
you'll
sadness, that's what you will give.
you'll give to other
So
people.
you got to fill ourselves with love.
Sometimes unknowingly, you're just giving bitterness to other people you don't
Yes,
know, but
yes,
you're
yes.
giving it.
So that's where for me yoga has helped, because there's no question of being unaware, because most of the time once you do yoga, mindfulness, knowing what you do becomes a little more than the rest of the people. You know, your understanding and your ability to understand yourself and being conscious about your behavior is slightly on a higher note when compared to others.
Right. Is it become easier to forgive people, like when you meditate or just do practice these certain things?
Bapre, this is like one time bomb, atom bomb question. Is it easy to forgive others?
Yeah. Like,
Not very easy.
not very easy.
Not
Or
impossible.
yourself?
I was about to say that. You got to first start with yourself. Do we forgive ourselves? We are so critical about ourselves.
Very difficult.
Look at the mirror. Look at all the filters we use in the pictures. It's when you're not happy with yourself.
Right.
How many people actually look into the mirror, straight into the eyes and say, oh, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
दिल से कौन बोलता है?
नहीं बोलते.
You don't even look at
You
your
just look at the
face.
bad
Yes.
things in you.
Yeah, somebody comes and tells you, Tasleem, you're looking very nice today. First reaction is,
No.
denial.
What do you want?
Come on, what do you want? Oh, come on, I'm not like that. Oh, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Or worst is, oh, you're looking so nice
Yeah.
too.
You start giving compliment others. Yeah.
We are not willing to take compliment,
Right, right.
to take it ourselves. Somebody says beautiful. I'm not talking out of the book, okay? I've been through that. Somebody come and tell me, Priya, you're beautiful. Oh, no. Come on. Thank you. You're so kind. It's your inner beauty. You see, you
Yeah.
evolve like
Yeah.
that. That's your inner
Inner
beauty.
beauty.
I'm only your reflection.
Yeah.
And oh, you're looking so nice too.
Beauty lies in the eyes of
Eyes of the
beholder.
beholder.
Yeah.
Bull crap. Somebody says beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you so
No,
much.
you are beautiful.
I am beautiful. I am.
Yeah. People are not ready to accept it.
Madly in love with myself.
What are the things that we give so much importance when we are young, like really young, like 20s, 25, and after certain age that you realize that okay, these things were not that important, and we were just worried unnecessarily.
It depends from which era you are. If you ask me when I'm cross 50 by the way. So when I was 20, what my worry was, am I looking good enough?
All right.
Is everybody checking me out or no?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then what I want to do in my life, will I be successful? That was a little less, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all out.
It's not a
It's all out. But now I see two sets of, people in generation,
category.
in the coming gen. My son is 19, he's going to turn 20. So I see in his friends, in circle, in my relation, in people whom I know, some kids are very external. Like everything is external. What others think, what others want to do, where money is,
Yeah.
where success is, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And some children are within what I want. How am I going to react to this? Is it worth reacting? What is important to me?
right.
Uh, he has money, I don't have, it doesn't matter. I have money, he doesn't have, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You see? So it all depends on, I think, too many factors.
Money factor.
Yeah, your family, your surrounding, how close you are to your family values,
Right.
ethics. Well, ethics तो नहीं बोल सकते.
But as you grow,
Exposure.
exposure. But आप balance करना सीख जाते हो, like as you grow older.
हर कोई सीखता है.
हाँ.
You अब सीखो 20 में, great.
नहीं तो
वरना
बाद
30 में सीखोगे,
सीखना
नहीं तो
पड़ेगा.
40 में सीखोगे,
Right.
60 में सीखोगे, या तो फिर ऑन डेथ बेड माथा फोड़ोगे, बोले हाय हाय मैंने सीखा क्यों नहीं.
ठीक है.
बट सीखना तो कभी ना कभी है.
कभी ना कभी तो पड़ेगा. Do you have any major regrets like in life or
मेजर रिग्रेट्स.
yeah, or like or also like if somebody want to live a life with less regrets, so any advice for them?
See, I am not a psychologist,
Uh-huh.
but with my lives and with my life and my ups and my downs, I don't think I will change even a single thing from the time I was born.
Okay.
If given a chance, probably I would change something inward too. अगर मेरे पास वो chance होता तो I would have changed certain reactions, my reactions in my mother's womb. I would have changed that.
Right.
Because of that one thing, probably it had reflected throughout my life
Right.
to the point where I understood. You know, सबसे important is जानना. Do you understand? If I know I have a problem, then I solve it. So first is the knowledge of having a problem.
Right.
Knowledge
Yeah,
that
knowledge is-
there is a problem, and
Yeah.
then this is what the
Acknowledge
cause
it,
is.
yeah.
Acknowledge it, and then go.
Right.
So I wouldn't change anything. It's not that I was like born in a palatial house or something, but I was my parents were good, well off, but I'm the youngest in the home. My brother and my sister, elder one, they're the good boy and the good girl. I was then the bad girl. Today also I'm the bad girl. Bad girl in the sense like not bad. मनमानी हूँ. I will do what I want to do.
But आप बोल रहे हो कि inward में change कर सकते हैं. So do you think like is it a good idea to know your future? Like आप
फ्यूचर जान के क्या करना है?
हाँ वही तो सारी curiosity तो
See,
खत्म हो जाती है.
हाँ, तो अगर if you really want to know the future, everybody wants to know the future.
हाँ.
Like, what will I be? Now, if you know that tomorrow you're going to die, what will you do?
You will just try to
It's
like,
future. Tomorrow is also a future, right? Tomorrow you're going to die.
yeah.
Khalas. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock in the evening, heart cardiac arrest, dump, Tasleem is gone. Now, you tell me, how will you react?
I'll just try to do things that I want to do.
So जिंदा वक्त वही करना है ना. तो फिर मरने के बारे में क्यों? Why do you want to think about that? If this is what you want to do.
Right.
I was born
Uh-huh.
without an artery. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you,
Yeah.
I'm beautiful. I'm special.
Wow.
I was a child born with one artery. It was, I came to know about it only in 2016.
Oh. You were not aware about it.
I was not aware of it. None of
okay.
my family members.
Okay.
So what happens when a child is born with one artery instead of two, one artery? Generally, the child does not survive more than 10 years.
Okay. But
I've crossed
mashallah.
50. MashaAllah. I've got another 50 to go.
Yeah. But do you ever think about death? Like, you're scared of death? I mean, death is certain, like, but
Death
still.
is certain.
Right.
And I have not come to the point. I want to. I hope my angels listen to that. I elevate to that level where I will embrace my death. Today, if you ask me, I'm scared of death. If it comes, it comes. Yeah, I'm ready
Yeah.
to go.
Right.
But given a choice, the death god comes and says, Priya, you come.
Does that scare you? Like,
No,
think
no, I'm
about
not scared of death.
Uh-huh.
But I have some responsibilities. Let me finish that, then take me, man.
Got it.
Then take me. I don't care.
Right. A lot of young people these days like have a problem with attention span, like they're not able to concentrate on things. So do you think like meditation or yoga
Yoga.
or some
I
practices?
have children at home.
Uh-huh.
I have kids coming home.
Yeah.
Wonderful boys who come and learn yoga from me.
So
And
it
they are
can- it can-
brilliant.
it can
I
be
learned
helpful
so much from them. Oh, yes.
For
Oh,
attention
yes.
span, like they can
Oh,
concentrate
yes.
on things.
In
because
fact,
of the
even
social
children
media
with-
and everything, like these things, they're not able to focus on things. They are always distracted.
Well, who's responsible? Somebody has to take charge, right?
Yeah.
You can't blame a 10-year-old child sitting on the tab all the
Yeah.
time.
Playing games and
Yeah.
this.
So I have responsible parents who bring their kids to me to learn yoga.
Right.
The first day when I sat down teaching them yoga, I was so fidgety, just can't sit down. You know, so much of energy. It's very difficult to make a 5-year-old sit down and expect him to go zero.
Right.
But thank you, my stars, I'm able to do that. Today, the boys have been coming to me since almost 8, 9 months. And when I make them do them Kapalabhati and then some exercises and
Right.
ask them go zero, they're able to go zero. I can see it on their face for maybe 5, 10 seconds, and then they start. Oh, I know they're out of that zone.
Right.
So if this kind of training is given to the children right from the beginning, so when they are 20s and they go out in the world to face the actual world,
You're right.
and the world is not full of angels.
No, not at all.
The world is not full of
Not
angels.
at all.
So when you go out, they are prepared. They're
Yeah.
prepared. They don't see any shortcomings in themselves because they are full. They feel wholesome. They feel so full and complete.
Yeah.
This is a wrong thing that kids these days say that, oh, bring me that, that completes me.
Yeah.
Sorry to
Later
say,
they thank you for that, like you prepared for it.
see, that's why I prescribe all parents to let the children be trained in yoga, trained in meditation, and trained in silence.
That's very
Silence
important.
is so important,
Very
Tasleem.
important. Very important. Self-talk and
Silence.
yeah, silence also.
Sit quietly for 5 minutes in silent. How many people can do that?
We are not able to do it. It's very difficult.
So difficult,
So
no?
difficult.
But if it trains, and if you're trained, it is not difficult.
You need a proper guidance and
So,
training
like my
and
Guruji
time.
says, no, you don't have to get stuck with 10,000 thoughts in your head. The moment you tell your mind, don't think anything, you will have pink elephants jumping in front of you.
Yeah.
So, my Guruji taught me that don't bother about 1,000 thoughts.
Yeah.
Concentrate on one thought.
One thought.
Focus on one thought,
Just try to hold it.
one thing. At least that 999 is not there, right? So, one thought.
Right.
Slowly, even this one thought will disappear slowly. And you are there, zero thoughts. And it is so important, especially in today's time.
Right.
Look at how the
That's what I have experienced personally. Whenever I try to do meditation, and like uh, I won't try to think about it. I say to myself, and that moment, the thoughts will start coming. And if I say, okay, I'll just sit and meditate, and then thoughts will vanish. Most of the time, it happens. Like when you think, like you won't think about it, then you start thinking.
that is because your mind is not trained to take a no.
Yeah.
Your mind doesn't understand. Like we have a computer language, right?
Right.
If in a computer you write something in Marathi or speak something, you will not understand.
Yeah.
Right? You will have to speak to them in that language. What is that?
In that
C
language.
language, coding, whatever
Coding,
you call
Java,
that.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same way the mind has its language. It doesn't take a no.
Yeah,
So
you
the
need-
moment example, you fill a glass with full of water and give it to a toddler
Yeah.
and ask him to cross from point A to point B. And say, don't let it fall, don't let it fall. He will definitely
Deep water.
spill it.
Yeah.
Now let the child say, very nice, beautiful, very carefully, very slowly walk to that part. He will quietly bring the glass and keep it and keep
They'll
it.
do it.
So the mind doesn't take no. And we always say, I don't want to think. And the brain says, oh, I
Oh,
want to
I
think.
want to think. There are so many things to think. Yeah, it happens. I'm 27 years old. Like, do you have any advice for me? Like, how can make my life better? And
MashaAllah,
the
first of all, you don't look 27.
okay,
Okay?
thank you.
You can put a school bag and go to school.
Oh wow, thank you. But still, if I want to make my life more better and experience more and do something better in life, so any advice for me?
Yes, I have an advice. But before that, I have a question. Can you define better for me?
Better is like I would say for me, like I can experience uh, more things and have a meaningful life. You know, do the things
Define meaningful.
do the things that I want to do. For example, it could be anything. Like so many things that I have planned, and if I can do those things in that time period, so I'll consider that I have a meaningful life, and I lived it and I achieved it.
Fine.
So
If that's what your definition for your meaningful life is, it's
right,
brilliant.
right,
Each one of us have our own meaning, own
absolutely,
definition of meaningful life.
right,
Yeah. The advice is jot down all the things that you want to do. Find out what are the things you must have to do this.
right.
For example, I want to make, say, a glass. So I should know
What,
how to make a glass,
how to make a guy?
right? These are things you've got to have a map in your head, right? But to get the map in the right way and get the right map, you have to have your energies right. Remember
Right.
this
That's
thing
very
that
important. So that I don't distract myself.
you want to go out and do things. The first step is to go in,
That's where it starts.
center yourself, get hold of that energy, get hold of you, fall in love with the true you, not the engineer, the doctor, or the actor, or
Right.
no, these are roles we play.
That's the rule. Yeah.
What is that you are? If you fall in love with yourself, then you start spilling love all over. Love yourself first. Understand yourself first. When you do all that, you sharpen your memory, you sharpen your intellect, you sharpen your emotions.
Right.
All that is in place. Then go out and fight the war. You don't go out the fight, take the sword and go
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
fight. No.
You always
Sit down first. Engage yourself with yourself. You with yourself. Know your mind, know your body. You will never know it completely.
Yeah.
And I haven't found anyone who knows
It's
completely.
endless journey.
It's an endless journey.
Yeah.
But at least start.
Start.
Understand first. Do your meditation every day. Do your practice of physical exercises. Could it be yoga, walking, swimming, horse riding, whatever it may be.
Right.
Physically be active and be with your mind. Understand your mind. Love yourself. Do something good. Follow a hobby.
Right.
Complete, do that. Make yourself happy.
Yeah.
Then you will get the vigor and energy to do it. Now, if you ask me, where am I saying this? Is from all those books that I've been reading? No.
Life experience.
Life experience,
Yeah.
man. At the age of 50, I came out. Till
Right.
now, I was inside, doing all things inside.
Right.
Then my friends told me, what are you doing? Come out. This is, So now I have a YouTube channel. I have come back out on Instagram. I am 50 plus. My friends are all planning to retire. I am planning
And
to
you
start
just-
living now.
Yeah, just started now.
I just started.
Yeah.
A long way to go.
Right. What's the meaning of life for Priya?
Life for Priya?
Yeah. What is the meaning like
Arey
for you?
baapre. Do you see some ring on my head or what?
No, still you would have something.
Some yellow lights coming out and ask Guru Priya, Arey Baba, I'm a very simple human being. I am full of life. I want to be happy. I'm always happy. I'm okay. I'm okay if somebody is not okay with me. I'm okay.
But you would have a certain definition that okay, I want to live like this, and this would be the definition of my life.
I want to be healthy.
Healthy. That's.
I want to live up to 90.
Uh-huh.
I want to play with my grandchildren and advise them
Right.
how to have boyfriends and girlfriends. I'm that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm that kind of grandma, like hip hop grandma. I want to live a beautiful life. So most important is health.
Right.
Because health is also something, a gift that you can give for the next generation. Most of the parents that I know are like putting in their head, heart, soul, taking care of the children, in-laws, family, business, work, party, all out. And one day this body gives up.
Right.
And then there's only regret. Like, wish I should have taken care of myself. Again, not just physically, mentally.
Mentally.
Be happy, have your breaks, go on a walk, on a solo trip.
Do the things that you
Do
like.
things that you like,
Right.
so that your
Right.
life is full. This is what I do.
Right.
And then my passion is yoga. Today, my profession and my passion is yoga. And I'm so grateful to God. So I'm able to contribute positively in people's life. At the same time, in the process of doing yoga, I haven't lost myself. You will never find me full white, sitting like that in
Okay.
front of other. No. I am a hip hop girl. I'm happy.
Not like a yogini.
No. I am a yogini. I teach yoga. That's my duty. That's my work, responsibility. That's it.
That's it.
My life is my life. I use all those things that I have learned in yoga,
Right.
but that shouldn't stop me from the way I walk or the way I
Yeah.
dress or the way I have fun and the people whom I hang on with. Have have a cool life,
Yeah.
so that no regret. There's a
Right.
lot of people ask me, "Oh, you're a yoga teacher. So
And you're doing
how do
things.
you how do you?" I say, "Hello, I'm a yoga teacher. I've learned yoga and I'm teaching yoga."
Right.
Okay, there are two things. One, I'm a yoga teacher. I go from one point A to point B. I drive, walk, whatever. I don't levitate, right?
Right.
It's like one that. Two is there are so many other yoga teachers also. We all do our work. Yeah.
I mean, like you mean to say you don't have to act in a certain way if you're a yoga teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I personally don't.
Yeah.
I don't walk into a room like I have a
Uh,
halo on my
yeah.
head and
And
here I
treat me
am
like I'm
coming.
a yoga teacher.
I've seen that many and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I
smile. I
understand your
say,
point. Yeah. Three
one,
learnings. Yeah.
one, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Ask me.
Go on. Like I want to like the last question, the three learnings that you can give for the young people that you have learned.
Learning so name and misconception. I want to remove the misconception
Okay.
in children and youngsters and even people of my age. A lot of people think that if you have to do yoga, I have to be a vegetarian,
Right.
or I have to give up my non-veg, or I have to give up smoking, I have to give up drinking. My take is, Baba, don't give up anything.
Uh-huh.
Do yoga.
Do yoga.
Then yoga will do what it has to.
Right.
So if you think that, oh, just because I am eating my meat, portion of meat, I cannot do yoga. No, no.
No.
Those were the days, we had gurukulas where everybody was a vegetarian because that was what was available
Right.
around and whatever there. Yes, it is good to be a vegetarian and to be do yoga. But in today's world, my suggestion is even if you're a non-vegetarian, do
Still.
yoga, still do
Still
yoga.
do yoga.
Your body doesn't change, right?
Right.
One. Two is yoga is not for me. Yoga is only for very flexible people.
For a certain age group, it doesn't.
Everybody can do unless you are having a surgery, you had a surgery,
Yeah.
or you have some acute disorder,
Then.
or if your doctor has told you not to, you can do yoga. But the question is, why do people feel a little apprehensive about yoga is when they open the internet and look at very flexible people moving their heads and legs here and
Right.
there.
Right.
It's a little scary.
It is.
My point is, don't get scared. They are doing that because they've done it, say, 200 times.
Yeah. Exactly.
But when they started, I'm sure it is going to be the way you did.
Right.
So you don't have to look at that. Everybody is unique. Everybody is different. Every body is different. So do according to your capacity.
Right.
And you will see the same result. You will see the same result.
It's gonna take time, but you will see the result.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And do it regularly.
Do it regularly.
So these are misconceptions.
Interesting. Okay, this was it. Thank you so much, guys. This was Priya, and I will leave the Instagram link of her. You can follow her on Instagram and the YouTube as well. And I hope you enjoy the conversation. Thank you so much.